Praise be the Messiah, and today we're looking at the Dawn of War 4 trailer, released at Gamescom 2025. At this point, I believe all of you have seen the quite awesome trailer that has been released recently, a couple of days ago, 1 day ago. So we'll be focusing on the gameplay side, and more specifically on the Adeptus Mechanicus, as this is what I'm mostly interested in. Now, of course we'll have a look at everything, but I will be focusing on at AdMech whenever they come up. We can play. There we go. We have our first look at some AdMech units. We see Electro Priests. I believe these are the not Fulgurite. These would be with the version with the gauntlet, which is called Corpuscari Electro Priests. And then we have a squad of Breachers. No, Destroyers. Destroyers, because they're using arc weaponry, which would be... They're shooting with lightning arcs, which I don't think the Destroyers have access to. Maybe Plasma Culverin? Maybe that's Plasma Culverins. Not really sure. But here we have some more. We have a lone Destroyer. Three more squads of Destroyers. I don't know what this is. I'm not exactly sure what this unit is here. It has a different icon. Looks like some... That might be the Orc unit, actually. Okay, never mind. We have two Scorpiuses. These are the Disintegrators. Now, what main weapon do they have? Okay. This fired at an arc. Right, that is not the anti-tank weaponry. That is Belarus Energy Cannon, which is artillery piece. Okay, I wonder if we can upgrade them to have the Ferromite cannons. It would be the anti-tank version. That's a lot of orc buildings, by the way. We only got a small sneak peek at the AdMech side of things, but let's go at to the start and have a look at the... Right, what do we have? We have some intercessors behind cover. Always good to see the cover from Dawn of War 2 coming back. I really like that system. Blade Guard veterans charging in. I think... Here, yeah, these are assault intercessors, just regular assault intercessors. Redemptor engaging in 1v1 against Canoptech. I can't fully remember what was the Necron name for this. It's Canoptech, something Canoptech. So we have Lich Guard, a drop pod coming in with more assault intercessors. Necron warriors, or what remains of them. That's also some sort of Canoptech unit. Doomstalker? I think it's Doomstalker. We have Scarabs. Okay. I think these are just more warriors. The Ghost weaponry. That actually looks juicy. Now, what I'm worried about slightly is on the Space Marine side. Oh, there are jump assault intercessors as well. What I'm worried about is the impacts. The assault intercessors fire at the warriors. Cheeky little drop pod, I like it, I like it. Another one, why not? It's work in progress, so we'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, and then again we have the Electro Priests charging Orc Boys. A few of the Destroyers engaging in melee, and then another squad of Destroyers coming in with... It feels like they have the breacher weaponry, but I don't think these are the breachers. Feels like they're using heavy arc rifles, because that's clearly an lightning arc they're firing. Same here, that's a straight up arc, and this is a plasma. Okay, this could be the plasma culverin, so you could probably upgrade them to different things. Two Redemptor Dreads doing cool Redemptor things, very nice. Pumping some Orc Boys doing cool kill things, glad they're back. Thanks for the pop-up, great, amazing. Anyway, we have some Eradicators with Melta rifles. That's Repulsor Executioner with the big gun. Some tactical, not tacticals, sorry, tacticals are firstborn. Intercessors. It's okay, there's a lot of orcs. My god. That's a Death Dread, I believe. That's a ranged weapon looking at its icon. There was a big plasma shot coming down here. Yeah, there definitely is some sort of an explosion happening here. Interesting. Looks like there's some territory damage from terrain, as there's a big explosion happening that seems to damage the units. Yeah, look at the HP of those two squads. That's nearly halved, and same with this one. Good lord, that's a lot of units. Oh. Oh, hold on, there's something interesting here on this little picture. But here we have Onager Dooncrawler with I believe that's a neutron laser. And we have Ballistari with, I believe it's a twin, can't really see. It's a twin Cognis autocannon, I'm pretty sure. There's a Sicarian. Is that would be an infiltrator, I believe. Let me just quickly double check. That looks like a Sicarian infiltrator with a power weapon. Where's a taser go? Oh, that's power weapon. Because the Roost Stalkers look different, but they have the transonic blades. This kinda looks like. Okay. And then we have a Tech Marine. No, not Tech Marine. Tech Priest engines here. Okay, which is regular power axe. Standard issue power axe and a servo claw. Okay. Now I wanna go to extend the gameplay that some of the YouTubers got. We'll be going to Lionheart X10 because he does have some exclusive, well, B-roll footage from the developer. Couple of boys fighting in melee. Okay. There should be some more AdMech stuff if I remember correctly. We'll let it play for now. Yeah, Imperial Guard being exploded by the Happy Squigs. Cool. That's not a Lehman Russ. That's a Rogal Dorn, the new tank the Astra Militarum got. Putting out some serious firepower before the Marines come in. More Guard. New Armored Sentinels. With no, those are not autocannons, those are heavy stubbers. I'm not that well versed in the Astra Militarum weaponry. More boys and shooter boys. Okay. Very standard for Dawn of War series. Guard the orcs, and then Marines come to save the day. Yeah. I like the drop on mechanic. It looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, big boy coming in. That's Gorkonaut, I think. Looks terrifying. Oh, we look at that kill sync on the Dread. One more time. The way he grabbed him and just tossed him on the side. Smack. And boom. Very cool. It seems like all the units, even though they're not performing kill sync, they're locked in battle one-on-one. This kind of reminds me of the system that was in Shogun 2 Total War, where a lot of the units were actually engaged in one-on-one instead of just swinging the weapons at each other, which is very cool. Now, an epic 1v1. Don't ask me how this Death Dread lifted that Redemptor off the ground. The Horde is coming, the Green Tide, okay? Necrons intercepting orcs, okay. The Ghost weaponry looks insane. Some more orcs v guard. I'm pretty sure the guard will be the first DLC if the game sells well. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we have some Skitari Rangers. We have another Scorpius Disintegrator with the... I never used the weapon in the game, so I keep forgetting it. In the actual tabletop, Belarus Energy Cannon. But looking at the Rangers, I see that 1, 2, 3... I'm not... Okay, this is tricky because the pixels are not great. But I think I see 2 models with the Transuranic Arquebus. The 2 lads in the middle here. Well, here I'm not... these are too far. But those 2 weapons here look like the Arquebus because it's very long. The Skitari Galvanic Rifles are not that long, I feel like. I could be wrong. But at least the Skitari get obliterated. We have more Skitari coming in with another tank. Well, this is not fair calling it a tank because of the weapon house. This is an artillery piece that's being pushed forward. We have an Imperial Knight. I believe that's a Castellan. I'm not too well versed with the Imperial Knights because I don't personally collect them. I just collect pure Admech. Okay, that was a plasma sounding. But anyway, we have Eradicators at the forefront. These look sick. One of my favorite models of the Primaris range. Blade Guards being the first, but these are being close second, I think. Very cool. The hover tank is coming in as a support, lovely. Let's see what's happening at the background. On the left. Okay, yeah, they're actually engaging them 2-on-1 in that case. Okay. A lot. Okay, these icons are different. Okay, so in Victor Wars it has a different role, I guess. Okay. That's a lot of See, the bolters don't feel like they have any weight to them. The Marines are very static when they're firing them. The bullets are quick enough, but then again, when the impact happens, I don't know how to describe it. It's just odd. But the tank feels right. Oh, there we go. More Skitari. On the left and right, the Big Knight. We have Corpus Cari. More breach destroyers. We have Castellan robots. I want to see what they're firing. Okay. So these are full DACA. Full range. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Let me get a good frame. There we go. So the Castellan robots are most likely equipped with heavy phosphor blasters and twin phosphor blasters. So these are the DACA. My headset is about to die. These are the pure DACA ones. I wonder if you can have the twin fist ones as well. An option. Okay, and then we have just some cool cinematics. I believe this is it. Oh no, we have some screenshots. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, some boys. Yeah, there's not much B-roll that the YouTubers were provided with. That's always nice to see a little bit more. Yeah. Again, the lightning arcs look sick, but I don't... If... I would need to get a closer look, because these are either the destroyers or the breachers. Now, looking that they're using the arc rifles, that would make me think that they're breachers, because only breachers have access to it. But then we also saw the plasma version, which is the culverins, which are on, I believe, only destroyers. Okay. Again, there's a lot of happening. There seems to be some environmental stuff you can do as well. This is sick. Okay, yeah. Right. Again, I would need to see them up front, because the difference between a breacher and a destroyer is actually not that massive. But this is cool. I hope that the infantry is able to last more than 1 second on a battlefield, unlike in the game, in this series of Dawn of War games that we shall not name. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Guard will be next as a DLC. You have sentinels, tanks, at least one tank, and the base infantry done. And then the special units for Astra Militarum are very easy reskins. You can put Scions instead of the Guard to be their elite infantry. You can have a Lehman Rose, which has the similar chassis, whatever you pronounce it, to a Rogue Goldorn. You can have a variation of an armored sentinel to a regular sentinel. You can have many different weapons on them. You can easily reskin the Imperial Guard unit to a command squad. Like I feel like it would be very easy. And which is odd. What's odd? They're all equipped with autoguns. I wonder if you can upgrade them to las guns. If they come out as DLC, of course, because I don't think we get control of them in the campaign, or we might, or we don't. I don't know yet. But if we do, I wonder if you could upgrade to las guns, and then plasma guns and so on. That'd be pretty cool. Now, there's one thing that I want to touch upon. If we can get it on the screen. I'm slightly worried about base building. Yeah, because you can build cover, cool. That's just the org menu, right? So it won't be the Space Marines and the AdMech will be different, obviously. But just that's the first look we have at the build menu. That's probably fort is. I'm just gonna take a wild guess. Mega Bashunka is probably your stronghold. That's probably for creating boys, shooters, and so on. That's for all the Snaga units. That could be the upgrade factory building. Scrap'em would be more advanced, quote-unquote, orc stuff units. Wa Banner is probably just a turret. Bomb's Quick Pen, I think it's self-explanatory. Mechboy Workshop could actually also be some sort of an upgrade. Or it could be for tanks. I was expecting a little bit maybe more, but as I said, maybe... I guess I've been playing too much Dawn of War 1 recently after the Definitive Edition came out. Because I loved putting minefields and the turrets behind them. So it'll be... I'll need to get used to it, but... why do I get a feeling that Dawn of War 3 had either the same or more base building than what we're seeing here? Because remember, in this game, there are no builders. So a lot of early strategies are going out the window in a strategy/tactical game, right? You cannot really, depending how much damage we deal to the buildings that are being constructed, if there's some sort of damage negation, or if our units get a damage buff when targeting buildings that are being constructed, then early raids will be pretty much meaningless because you won't be able to stall the enemy build queue. I would really like to see the servers and stuff like that back. Order, what was the quote? Order 715 initiated or something like that? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I think we'll leave it here. I think we've seen all that we could from Admech on the Admech side of things. Admech looks pretty good. I hear a lot of people are complaining that on the YouTube that we have 2 Imperial factions. We would like to say something maybe different, like a Chaos faction or whatever. No, I think Admech is a very good choice. This is a new studio, new game. They're trying to bring some diversity to the gameplay, not having just another power armored faction like Chaos. Admech, I think, is weird and quirky enough to where, yes, it's an Imperial faction, but no, it won't play nowhere near as close to Space Marines as Chaos, for example. I think Admech provides more diversity to the game as a starting forward than Chaos, for example. I'm also tired of seeing the same 4 in the Dawn of War games: Space Marines, Chaos, Eldar, and Orcs. Like, I'm actually tired of it, so I'm glad to see something else. And I am not biased at all, even though Admech is my favorite faction in the lore. Well, I might be a little bit biased, but you know what I mean. I don't know if I'm sold on the rifles and their missiles. It looks to me, it looks too close to bolt guns and how they fire, because see, there's a muzzle flash and the color of the projectile is similar to the bolter. I don't know how I feel about that. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. May the Omnissiah bless your electronic devices, and I'll see you next one. Go on.